WhyRuth Langsford is still wearing her wedding ring following Eamonn's split. The pair shared they had split in May. Ruth Langsford appears to still be sporting her wedding ring despite recently splitting with her husband of 14 years, Eamonn Holmes. A representative for Eamonn and Ruth announced their split in May, and since they have very obviously been living separate lives. The former couple, who share son Jack, have showed no signs that they could reconcile. So why is Ruth still wearing her ring? WhyRuth Langsford is still wearing her wedding ring. Eagle-eyed fans have reportedly spotted that Ruth is still rocking her wedding ring. Heartbreak coach Manj Bahra has detailed the reason behind why Ruth apparently looks to be still holding on to her ring. They told Express, "We can only speculate as to why Ruth is still wearing her ring. One way we can think about this is understanding what a ring represents: commitment to a significant other. After 14 years of marriage, it's possible Ruth finds removing the ring too large a step right now, as it represents such finality in a sense. It would be an acknowledgement to herself and the public about what was and what no longer is. That can be incredibly difficult." Manj concluded, "Perhaps she is simply not ready." ED has contacted reps for Ruth for comment. Meanwhile, reports claim that Ruth has been left feeling guilty over her split with Eamonn. Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes split. Eamonn was seen looking frail at the TRIC Awards last week as he admitted he is on borrowed time amid health issues. Due to this, a source claimed to Bella that seeing Eamonn frail has been torture for Ruth. They alleged, even though she has every right to live her life and do what is right for her, she's convinced the public will see her as abandoning Eamonn in his time of need as he struggles with his health. The source continued, "Pals have begged Ruth not to be so hard on herself and to take everything in her stride and as slowly as possible. Ruth knows in her heart that she hasn't done anything wrong. She's just a very kind and sensitive soul who is grappling with her new normal while still wishing Eamonn all the best." Eamonn and Eamonn Holmes is reportedly facing challenges adjusting to his new life since separating from Ruth Langsford, his wife of 24 years. Following their split, Eamonn has relocated to a smaller flat near a roundabout, where he is chauffeured to and from his work at GB News Studios in Paddington, West London, due to ongoing mobility issues. Friends expressed concern for the 64-year-old, noting that he now leads a rather solitary existence compared to his previous life in their family home with Ruth. The adjustment has been difficult for Eamonn, who had grown accustomed to a sense of normalcy while Ruth cared for him. Recently, Eamonn returned to public attention at the TRIC Awards, where he addressed his recent personal struggles. Despite rumors suggesting otherwise, Eamonn clarified that his remarks during his acceptance speech were unrelated to Ruth, focusing instead on his health challenges following surgery. Since their separation, Ruth has been seen wearing her wedding rings, indicating a different approach to their new circumstances. She recently attended a stage show in London with her friend Anton Dubake, where she appeared happy amidst the changes in her personal life. The couple's split marks a significant transition for both Eamonn and Ruth, with Eamonn navigating newfound independence and Ruth continuing to engage socially while adjusting to life post-marriage. GB News' Eamonn Holmes rages in Nigel Farage dig as host cuts off co-star. The GB News presenter shared his frustration at stupid election rules before he issued an on-air dig at his former colleague Nigel Farage. Eamonn Holmes joined his fellow co-star Isabel Webster but cut her off mid-sentence. It comes after the presenting duo were asked to read out all the candidates standing in Clacton ahead of the general election 2024. This July, voters will head to polling stations to decide who they want to vote for. The nation's eyes will be drawn to Clacton with Reform UK's leader, Nigel Farage, deciding to contest the coastal Essex seat. Eamonn, 64, appeared unimpressed as he fumed "Who cares" on Breakfast with GB News Today, July 1. He began, "Here's another list. Every time you mention Clacton, you've got to say everyone who is there." The GB News presenter continued, "There they all are. If you're on the radio, I'm sorry you can't see this." As Isabel attempted to read out the candidates from each of the main parties, she could be heard saying, "Jovet Al-Wusu Nepal for Labour, Giles Watling for Conservatives." But her voice was drowned out by Eamonn, who blasted the stupid election rules. He went on, "All those people are there," and we flicked to the next page. "These are the stupid rules that come in with elections that we shouldn't listen to, but here we are." Matthew Bensalem for the Liberal Democrats, Isabel continued despite Eamonn's venting his frustration, before adding, "Nigel Farage for Reform UK." He then mumbled, "That's brilliant. Who cares?" Isabel finished, "Natasha Osborne for the Greens." Nigel has since quit GB News to run in the upcoming general election. Describing the presenting role as the best job he's ever had, the politician admitted the decision wasn't easy. Speaking during a press conference in London to announce his candidacy last month, he shared that he had enjoyed life at GB News and had been reluctant about running in the election. Eamonn's cheeky dig comes just days after his former colleague triumphed at the public-voted TIC Awards for the second year in a row. The Reform UK leader scooped the award for Best News Presenter, beating stiff competition from nominees including Good Morning Britain's Susanna Reid, Matt Chorley, and Eamonn.